Now, I've been playing a load of Middle-earth Shadow of War, and it's absolutely incredible. Your primary aim in this open-world action game based in the Lord of the Rings universe is to stab up the Dark Lord Sauron's evil forces using an array of awesome jumpy moves. Despite armies of orcs queuing up for a scrap, there's a surprising amount of other things that you can do, from unlocking legendary gear early, to exploding rats for health gains, to tinkering around in the amazing photo mode. Here are a few fun activities we think you should immediately try out in Shadow of War. That's if Sauron's eye would stop watching for a second. Like, come on mate, can you look away for a bit? I can't do anything with you just watching me. Now, if you played the first game, you might remember the legend missions where you finish sword, dagger and bow challenges to power them up. In Shadow of War, these challenges are replaced with Shadows of the Past. These missions let you delve into history and recall the exploits of the elf known as Celebrimbor, i.e. the blue ghost guy who's living inside you. Come on, you would have thought you would have been on first name terms by now. These not only let you experience life as another character besides Talion, but also let you show off some of your awesome moves. In one Shadows of the Past mission called Wraith, we play as Celebrimbor in a Colosseum as he fights waves of enemies and uses perfect counters to send those dumb orcs tumbling to the ground. Look at that ghost guy go. There are different tiers to each challenge, and if you do well, you'll get more experience. In this one, for example, you not only have to survive the onslaught, but you also need to pull off a 30-hit combo and trigger those perfect counters. The question is, will we pull it off? You'll find that out very, very soon. And yes, we did it. Wasn't that a tense few seconds? My heart's absolutely pounding, you know? It's what Shadow of War does to me. No one likes walking. Not even professional walkers like walking, and yes, that is a sport. So one of the first things that you'll want to do in Shadows of War is to unlock the fast travel points. These come in the form of Haydir Towers, and there are a couple in each area. You might remember the Forge Towers from the first game that served a similar purpose, but these work a little differently. Climb up one and then hold B to purify the fire at the top, and they'll be available to warp to instantly. There's more to this than that though. Once at the top, you can scan the environment for collectible secrets. These secrets include Gondorian artifacts, Shelob memories, and Ithilden poems. And then they'll appear on the map and you can just run over to pick them up, which is nice and easy. So if you want to fast travel and also want to mark your map with a bunch of cool stuff to nab later, you should start climbing towers. Oh, and you also get a bonus skill point for unlocking all towers in an area. Remember when I mentioned the Ithilden poems just now? Well, hopefully you do, because it was literally just a minute ago. Well, I'm referring to the poems associated with Ithilden doors. On the other side of these doors, there's legendary loot, and you just know that it's going to be amazing, because why else would they hide it behind a massive door? To unlock the doors and get your hands on the precious loot, you're going to have to hunt down some Ithilden inscriptions. These are usually around 6 inscriptions for each door, and if you've climbed the Haydir Towers and marked the inscriptions on your map, they're a doddle to find. So climb a tower, mark 6 Ithilden inscriptions on your map, head to the respective icons and enter the Wraith world to discover them. Once you've got all 6, you just need to return to the treasure chamber and it'll swing open for you like a windy door, revealing a cool bit of treasure inside. Photo mode from 2014 Shadow of Mordor returns in fine form. This basically allows you to pause the action and take award-winning shots of Talion in full flow. By award-winning, we mean awards you give yourself in your own head. To trigger the mode, all you need to do is hit start, navigate to the options, then enter game settings and enable it. Then it's just a matter of clicking the left stick and pressing Y at any point to freeze the game, preferably when you're in the middle of gutting an orc or riding a troll, and snap away. You can even add filters, frames and depth field. Imagine how good these are going to look in 4K on the Xbox One X. Of course they look amazing on our Xbox One too, so get right in there. Talion's stubble is surprisingly detailed. Yeah. If you've watched Silicon Valley or The Big Sick, you might be aware of actor/comedian Kumail Nanjiani. What's he got to do with Shadow of War, you ask? Well, Mr. Nanjiani actually lent his vocal talents to an orc, and not just any orc. His orc is called the Agonizer, and he basically stays up all night writing insults. He's not got the best comic timing though, so in the heat of the moment he'll botch the delivery and say something like,
"I am going to have your head. I don't know what I'll do with it when I have it, but I'll have it."
Or,
"You wanted my blood, but instead you got your own blood."
This might be the world's most insecure orc. Now, Middle-earth is a big place, so we haven't encountered him yet, but why not put this on your to-do list? Go and find the Agonizer and let him test out his bad material on you, before, kill him. You're going to be dying a fair amount in Shadow of War, but don't worry, as everyone else playing the game will be dying loads too. You can tell this because you're given the chance to avenge other Talions in your own game. When strangers die in their games, you'll get a special type of mission called an online vendetta. This allows you to seek out the orc that killed your fellow hero and score some delicious vengeance. As you can see here, we go on an expedition to eliminate the rather well-dressed scoundrel called Narug the Regal, who recently murdered another Talion. No one kills one of our clones without our permission. Victory here is good because you'll earn a vendetta loot chest which contains rare weapons and armor. You'll also get about 50 spoils of war. Reach 1000 spoils of war and you'll unlock a spoils of war chest. These contain at least one legendary follower to slot into your army, which are the very best followers in the game, so it's definitely worth doing. Those are just a few of the things that we've been messing around with in Shadow of War. The game is absolutely massive though, so we are only just scraping the surface. Let us know in the comments down below what you're most looking forward to trying out, and make sure you subscribe for loads more Shadow of War action over the next week. We've got lots in store, and as always, please do drop a thumbs up on the video, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye!